Hey everyone, and welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're going deep into the world of Nikola Tesla,
Oh, yeah.
the inventor, the visionary, the man who some say was 100 years ahead of his time.
Hmm.
And to help us unravel the story behind his inventions,
Yeah.
we're using a biography from biography.com
Okay.
to really get into the nitty-gritty and see what insights we can glean
Yeah.
from his successes and,
Yeah.
yes, even his failures.
It's interesting, because Tesla's story isn't just about scientific breakthroughs.
Right.
It's a human story, one of ambition, rivalry, and the sheer grit it takes to bring these revolutionary ideas to the world.
So let's start the beginning. Nikola Tesla was born in 1856 in the Austrian Empire in what's now Croatia.
Okay.
His mother was an inventor herself, crafting appliances at home.
Really?
Some biographers suggest that seeing his mother invent sparked Tesla's interest in science.
Oh, wow.
It makes you wonder if that early exposure planted the seeds for his later innovations.
Yeah, it's certainly possible. But it's also fascinating to consider the contrasting influence of his father, who wanted him to join the priesthood.
Oh, wow.
Talk about a completely different path. But Tesla's passion for science prevailed, ultimately leading him to the United States and a fateful encounter with Thomas Edison.
Yes, the battle of the currents.
Yeah.
Edison was a strong advocate for direct current DC power, while Tesla championed alternating current AC.
Right.
Beyond just a rivalry, what's really intriguing is how this battle shaped the future of our electric grid and how we power our world.
Precisely, imagine electricity as a flow of water.
Okay.
DC is like a river, a steady, unidirectional current.
Okay.
AC, on the other hand, is like the ocean tide, ebbing and flowing back and forth.
Oh, I see.
DC was easier to produce at the time, but AC had a huge advantage.
Right.
It could be transmitted over much longer distances with less energy loss.
Right.
This was a crucial factor in electrifying large areas.
So Tesla's AC system wasn't just a technical innovation, it was a solution to a real-world problem, the challenge of efficiently distributing power over long distances. But back then, wasn't Edison a powerful figure?
Oh,
How did Tesla manage to push his AC system forward?
well, Edison was a shrewd businessman, no doubt.
Yeah.
But Tesla, despite not always being the best at navigating the business world,
Okay.
secured funding for his AC system
Oh,
and partnered with George Westinghouse.
okay.
And this is where things get interesting.
Okay.
They decided to make a bold move showcasing AC power at the 1893 World's Columbian Exposition in Chicago.
I'm curious to learn more about this. What were some of the key technical challenges they faced in implementing AC at such a large scale?
The main challenge was demonstrating that AC could be safely and reliably used to power a massive event like the exposition.
Right.
At the time, there were still many concerns about the safety and efficiency of AC,
Yeah.
largely fueled by Edison's campaign against it.
Oh.
They had to design and build a complete system from generators to transformers to wiring
No.
to ensure that everything worked seamlessly.
Wow.
It was a huge undertaking, and they really had to prove that AC was up to the task.
So the pressure was on. How did it all play out?
It was a resounding success.
Whoa.
Tesla and Westinghouse illuminated the entire exposition with AC power,
Really?
showcasing its brilliance and dispelling many of the doubts surrounding it.
Oh, wow.
It was a turning point, really,
Really?
and it solidified AC as the dominant power system, a victory for Tesla that still impacts our lives today.
That must have been quite a spectacle, to think that one event could have such a lasting impact on the future of energy.
Yeah.
But Tesla's contributions didn't stop at just lighting up a fair, did they? He had this incredible knack for seeing beyond the immediate and envisioning technologies that seemed almost magical at the time.
You're right.
Yeah.
And a great example of that is his invention of the Tesla coil.
Now, when I think of the Tesla coil, I picture those dramatic sparks and electrical displays. But what exactly is it, and how did it contribute to the technologies we use today?
It's essentially a resonant transformer circuit capable of producing high-voltage, high-frequency alternating current electricity.
Okay.
Tesla saw its potential for wireless power transmission.
Right.
And while that application didn't fully pan out as he imagined, it played a pivotal role in the development of radio technology.
Ooh.
Early radio transmission antennas relied on the principles of the Tesla coil to send and receive signals.
So even though we don't have wireless power grids yet, Tesla's work with the Tesla coil helped lay the foundation for the wireless communication systems that we take for granted today.
Right.
It's amazing how his vision, even if not fully realized in his time, paved the way for so much of what we use in our modern world.
Yeah.
But speaking of ambitious visions, let's talk about Wardenclyffe Tower.
Okay.
This project, it was his dream to create a global wireless communication system, wasn't it?
Yes, and not just communication, but also the possibility of wireless power transmission.
Wow.
Tesla envisioned a world where energy and information could be transmitted wirelessly, freely available to everyone.
That's incredible.
He was able to secure funding from J.P. Morgan,
Okay.
and construction began on Long Island with the iconic Wardenclyffe Tower as the centerpiece.
That's quite a leap from lighting up an exposition to trying to create a global wireless network.
Yeah.
What do you think was driving Tesla's ambition?
I think Tesla believed that technology could solve some of humanity's biggest problems.
Mm-hmm.
He saw the potential for wireless power to eliminate poverty, to connect people across continents,
Yeah.
to usher in a new era of progress.
Right.
His ambition was fueled by this deep belief in the power of innovation to transform the world.
It's a vision that still resonates today.
Yeah.
But as we know, Wardenclyffe wasn't fully realized.
Right.
What happened? Did the technology just not exist yet to make his vision a reality?
That's certainly part of it. The technology for wireless power transmission, especially on a global scale, was still in its infancy.
Yeah.
But there were other factors at play as well.
Okay, let's dig into those other factors. Why didn't Wardenclyffe succeed?
Well, doubts began to emerge among Tesla's investors.
Really?
Could this really work?
Yeah.
Was it practical?
Oh.
Remember, this was a time when even radio was in its early stages.
So even with J.P. Morgan backing him, there was skepticism.
Right.
It must have been frustrating for Tesla having this grand vision, but struggling to convince others of its potential.
Absolutely. And to add to the pressure, Guglielmo Marconi, backed by rivals like Edison and Andrew Carnegie,
Wow.
was making significant strides
Yeah.
in radio technology.
So a lot of competition.
Yeah, Marconi wasn't focused on wireless power, but his success in transmitting radio signals across the Atlantic created intense competition for Tesla.
So Tesla's vision collided head-on with the realities of funding and competition, a classic story of innovation and its challenges. It sounds like a perfect storm of factors working against him.
Unfortunately, yes. The project lost momentum. Morgan pulled his funding, and ultimately, Wardenclyffe fell into foreclosure.
Wow.
For Tesla, it was a crushing blow, a dream deferred.
Despite the setback, Tesla's mind never stopped churning with ideas, did it?
Nope.
What happened in his later years?
His later years were marked by financial struggles and a growing sense of isolation. He continued to work on new inventions,
Okay.
but none achieved the success of his earlier breakthroughs.
That's where you get the stories about the death ray, right? Was there any truth to those claims?
Tesla did talk about a particle beam weapon,
Okay.
but there's no evidence he ever built a working prototype.
Mm,
It's one of those intriguing mysteries that surrounds his later years.
yeah.
He also became increasingly reclusive, with some describing his behavior as eccentric.
It's almost like a tragic element to his story.
Yeah.
This brilliant mind capable of envisioning technologies that would shape the future, ultimately struggling to find support for his most ambitious ideas.
It does raise questions about how we nurture and support visionary thinkers.
Right.
Sometimes the ideas that seem outlandish in one era become the groundbreaking technologies of the next.
It's a good point. It makes you wonder if Tesla had been born in a different time with more readily available resources and perhaps a more receptive audience, how many of his ideas could have come to fruition.
It's certainly something to ponder. But even though some of his most ambitious projects never came to be,
Right.
Tesla's legacy lives on. Let's shift gears and explore how his influence is still felt today.
Okay, so let's talk about Tesla's enduring impact. We often hear his name mentioned in connection with modern technology and innovation. What are some of the tangible ways his legacy is present today?
Well, for starters, right in the heart of Manhattan,
Okay.
at the intersection of 40th Street and 6th Avenue,
Right.
you'll find Nikola Tesla Corner. Small tribute
Oh, wow.
near where his former New York City laboratory stood, marking a place where he spent countless hours pushing the boundaries of science.
I like to imagine him walking those streets thinking about electricity and radio waves, coming up with ideas that would change the world.
Yeah.
Beyond physical places, his story has captured the imagination of filmmakers and storytellers.
You're right. There have been numerous movies and documentaries that bring his life and work to the screen.
Like what?
Each offers a different perspective on this complex figure.
There's The Secret of Nikola Tesla with Orson Welles playing J.P. Morgan.
Oh, yeah.
What a pairing. A legendary actor taking on the role of a legendary financier involved with a legendary inventor.
Yeah.
And then there's The Prestige, a Christopher Nolan film with David Bowie as Tesla.
Right.
It's not a straight biography,
Yeah.
but it explores the themes of ambition and rivalry that were so central to Tesla's life.
Exactly. These films introduce Tesla to new audiences
Yeah.
and keep his story alive in popular culture,
Right.
sparking curiosity and making people want to learn more about the man behind the myth.
And then, of course, there's Tesla Motors.
Right.
You can't talk about Tesla's legacy without mentioning this company.
Wow.
It's not just that they named their cars after him.
Right.
It's that they carry on his spirit of innovation, especially when it comes to electric vehicles.
It's a fitting tribute. Tesla, who dreamed of a future powered by clean energy,
Yeah.
would likely be thrilled to see his name associated with a company pushing the boundaries of electric vehicle technology.
Yeah.
Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla Motors, has often cited Nikola Tesla as a major inspiration.
It's remarkable, isn't it?
Yeah.
A company named after a scientist from the late 19th and early 20th centuries is one of the most innovative and talked about companies of the 21st century.
Right.
It really speaks to the enduring power of Tesla's vision.
Mm-hmm.
But there's another piece of his legacy that deserves attention.
Right.
A place that represents both his triumphs and his struggles. Wardenclyffe Tower.
Ah, Wardenclyffe.
Yeah.
We talked about its rise and fall, but the story doesn't end there.
Really?
There have been ongoing efforts to preserve the site and turn it into a place where people can learn about Tesla's work and legacy.
Oh, wow.
It's a testament to how much his work still resonates with people today.
This is where the Tesla Science Center comes in, right?
Yeah.
A group of people determined to rescue this piece of history and transform it into a museum dedicated to Tesla.
Right.
It's inspiring to see that kind of dedication.
It is. They faced a lot of hurdles, fundraising challenges, and even a fire in 2013. But their passion for preserving Tesla's legacy is unwavering,
Wow.
and it paid off.
That's great.
In 2018, Wardenclyffe Tower was officially added to the National Register of Historic Places.
That's fantastic. It shows that even though Tesla faced setbacks in his lifetime, his impact is undeniable. It's like society is finally catching up to his brilliance. But what's the current status of Wardenclyffe?
The site is currently closed for restoration and preservation work.
Okay.
But the Tesla Science Center continues to raise funds and plan for a future where Wardenclyffe will be a place for education, inspiration,
Yeah.
and a celebration of Tesla's genius.
Wow.
They envision a museum and science center where people can learn about Tesla's inventions, explore his ideas,
Yeah.
and be inspired by his vision.
It sounds like they're creating a fitting tribute to a man who dedicated his life to pushing the boundaries of science and technology. It's been quite a journey exploring the life and work of Nikola Tesla. What are some of the key takeaways you think our listeners should consider?
Well, I think Tesla's story reminds us that innovation isn't always a straight path.
Mm-hmm.
It's often messy, filled with setbacks and challenges.
Right.
But even in the face of failure, the pursuit of groundbreaking ideas can have a lasting impact.
That's a powerful message. It's not just about the successes, it's about the perseverance and the unwavering belief in the power of ideas to change the world.
Exactly. Tesla's legacy encourages us to think big, to challenge assumptions,
Right.
and to embrace the possibility that what seems impossible today might be the reality of tomorrow.
As we wrap up this deep dive, I can't help but wonder about those what ifs.
Yeah.
What if Tesla's vision for free energy had become a reality?
Mm.
How different would our world be today? It's a question that really sparks the imagination.
Yeah.
Would we have a world without energy scarcity?
Yeah.
Would our cities be illuminated wirelessly? It's fascinating to think about how different our technological landscape might be.
It's one of those thought experiments that really makes you consider the ripple effects of innovation. If Tesla had succeeded in creating a global wireless power system, how would that have impacted the development of other technologies?
Oh, yeah.
Would we have prioritized different forms of energy?
Right.
A rabbit hole worth exploring.
And it speaks to the power of visionaries like Tesla to push the boundaries of what's possible.
Yeah.
Even if those visions don't fully materialize in their lifetime,
Right.
their ideas can plant seeds that inspire future generations to continue the pursuit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the most important lessons we can take away from Tesla's story.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to dream big, to challenge conventional thinking,
Mm-hmm.
and to pursue ideas that might seem impossible at first.
Right.
Who knows, you might just spark the next revolution.
Well said. And for those of you listening, I encourage you to do just that.
Yeah.
Seek out more information about Nikola Tesla.
Hmm.
Delve into his inventions, read his writings, and let your imagination run wild with the possibilities.
Yeah.
You never know what sparks of inspiration you might find.
It's been a pleasure diving into this topic with you.
So has it for me.
Tesla's story is a reminder that the pursuit of knowledge is a lifelong adventure.
Right.
Never stop questioning, never stop exploring, and never stop dreaming big.
That's a perfect note to end on. Thank you for joining us on this electrifying journey into the world of Nikola Tesla.
Yeah, thank you for listening.
We hope you've enjoyed this deep dive and that it sparked your own curiosity to learn more about this extraordinary individual.